he shall help and appear for us now.
Here I am. Can you guys hear me? Good, I see that you can. That's great.
You have your recording device, is that right?
Yes, David. Don't even worry about it. So here we are, Spoken World Online, week number 28. And what a wonderful space we have here. And it's been a little bit rocky on the ship today, but we're still afloat and hopefully we'll make it through. So I'm going to read 3 short poems of mine and then a cover poem that's just a little bit longer. And all have water in them. These are from my little chapbook that I read from sometimes. So the water ends up down in the oceans, but of course it starts out up in the high mountains. And here's where we start out. High Sierra, the lake is ice blue, and higher are the white peaks where ice giants play. The mountains gleam from far away. In the sunset on the lake, the shaggy man howls at the wind. To make things grow on earth, as the mist clears and the thunder roars, the rain begins to pour. So the people close their doors. They hear the hammer hit the stone and see the lightning flash. They look up above in the clouds and see the figure of Thor. And up above see the smith who forges the lightning for Thor. But it is only to make things grow on earth. Sailors sailing, a white light vision like sunlight twisting upon water falling and on moonbeams trailing, and colored kites hailing, and bailers bailing, and mothers wailing, and jailers jailing. Long lines of protesting fools from unmentionable, numerous, quizzical schools. Up and away in a great cloud of smoke. They are sailors sailing. Now ain't that a joke? So here is a little cover poem, 6 stanzas by the immortal Edward Lear. The Jumblies. 1. They went to sea in a sieve, they did, in a sieve they went to sea, in spite of all their friends could say, on a winter's morn, on a stormy day, in a sieve they went to sea. And when the sieve turned round, and everyone cried, "You'll all be drowned," they called aloud, "Our sieve ain't big, but we don't care a button, we don't care a fig. In a sieve we'll go to sea. Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve." 2. They sailed away in a sieve they did, in a sieve they sailed so fast, with only a beautiful pea-green veil tied with a ribbon by way of a sail to a small tobacco pipe mast. And everyone said who saw them go, "Oh, won't they be soon upset, you know? For the sky is dark and the voyage is long, and happen what may, it's extremely wrong in a sieve to sail so fast." Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. 3. The water it soon came in, it did. The water it soon came in. So to keep them dry, they wrapped their feet in a pinky paper all folded neat, and they fastened it down with a pin. And they passed the night in a crockery jar, and each of them said, "How wise we are! Though the sky be dark and the voyage be long, yet we never can think we were rash or wrong, while round in our sieve we spin. Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve." 4. And all night long they sailed away, and when the sun went down, they whistled and warbled a moony song to the echoing sound of a coppery gong in the shade of the mountains brown. "Oh, Timbalo, how happy we are when we live in a sieve and a crockery jar, and all night long in the moonlight pale we sail away with a pea-green sail in the shade of the mountains brown. Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve." 5. They sailed to the western sea, they did, to a land all covered with trees. And they brought an owl and a useful cart and a pound of rice and a cranberry tart and a hive of silvery bees. And they brought a pig and some green jackdaws and a lovely monkey with lollipop paws and 40 bottles of ring-boo-ree and no end of Stilton cheese. Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. 6 and last. And in 20 years they all came back, in 20 years or more, and everyone said, "How tall they've grown! For they've been to the lakes and the torrible zone and the hills of the Kankly Boar." And they drank their health and gave them a feast of dumplings made of beautiful yeast. And everyone said, "If we only live, we too will go to sea in a sieve, to the hills of the Kankly Boar." Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve.
Wonderful. Thanks a million, Roarshock. Makes me want to go back to my book of comedic poems, which keeps growing.
Oh, Edward Lear.
Missed a poem a couple weeks ago I read called Man Boobs. And I think you would really like it. Or Moobs, instead of noobs, it's English.